Good morning, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about the VA loan. As a veteran myself, I've used it 3 times. I bought 2 houses in Texas and one in Jacksonville, Florida. The myth is you can't not use it more than once, and that's obviously a lie. Um, Depending on your area and location, you have a certain amount that you can reach. Now, again, obviously, it's going to depend on your income, your debt to income ratio, and credit scores as well. Obviously, you get a higher credit score you have, the better rate you're going to have. Um, Another myth that's been spoken about is that VA loans take forever to close. If you're a buyer with an agent and your offer isn't accepted because it is a VA loan, your agent really needs to sit down with the other agent and explain the VA loan and how the process works. Now, the process is really quite simple, but at the end of the day, the VA loan is there to protect you. There's certain things that will be done through the inspection and the appraisal inspection that the VA person and VA lender will look for and require the seller to fix before we can close on it. But that's to protect you, the buyer. Now, the VA loan as well is if has a funding fee, but you if you are service connected disability at 10% or more, that funding fee is not being paid by you. If you're waiting on benefits and you buy a house and you do pay a funding fee, that funding fee is going to be reimbursed back to you. Now, you may wake up one morning and see a fat check in your bank account. That's the funding fee, or that can be applied towards the loan as well. Another myth is you can't buy certain homes with a VA loan. That's, again, a lie. You can purchase single family homes, condos, new builds, and multifamily homes up to 4 units. Now, with that, you have to be living in one. So you can buy a multifamily home up to 4 units. You live in one and you can rent out the other three, and those three can probably pay your whole mortgage. That's how you can build wealth and add to your portfolio. Again, I've used the VA loan 3 times. I will continue to use it. In fact, I can probably use it again as I'm still currently on it because you have a certain plateau, I believe, and I could be wrong, but I know you have a certain plateau to reach if you use it. So, say you buy a $180,000 house, you can go out and buy another one still using that same VA loan and still have it under both. At the end of the day, obviously, you have to make sure that you show that you're being able to cover both and everything else. Lenders will always try to tell you that VA loans, mm, I believe VA loans are the best. If you compare it to a conventional FHA or even a USDA loan, I believe the VA loan is the best one out there, especially if you are a vet. Now, I've had one of my last buyers. He had never used the VA loan in his life, and he was a veteran, retired veteran as well. Didn't even have VA benefits. Um, so I pushed him to get onto those VA benefits and to use his VA loan. One big myth that we are always told is that you are not going to have a down payment or have to bring any money to closing or anything. Um, here's the real deal about it. You don't have to have a down payment towards the house. However, you are going to need closing costs, inspection costs, appraisal costs, and your earnest money. Your earnest money being the 1% deposit that you are showing the willingness to go forward with the house. So you still have to budget that way. Closing costs can go anywhere from 2 to 5% of what the purchase price is. Again, a good agent, and right now, us being in a buyer's market, we should be able to negotiate those a lot. So, but again, at the end of the day, you still need to be able to budget for your closing costs, your inspection fees, your appraisal fees, and to have your earnest money ready. So I believe, again, it is the best loan out there for everybody, and that you should take advantage of it and use it for its full purposes. It's going to help build you wealth. It's going to help you get your house and your dreams, and or starting out, get you a small starter home and keep it, and go from there. I always try to tell people to just buy a house and then go and buy another one. Rent this one out and buy another one, especially if you're PCSing. Buy a house that you feel like you're going to come back to again and already have it. You don't have to worry about it when you come back to that same duty station. Rent it out while you're gone. Earn that money, earn that little extra income. Go from there. Click the link in the bio, schedule a meeting. We can sit down and talk about everything. Enjoy your day.